Hello all my Kenvians and welcome to a new episode of Discovering Classic Doctor Who. Today we are moving on from the telesnaps, the recreations, the reconstructions, and moving back into the still existing, still available videos of the first season of William Hartnell's era. And we're moving into the Keys of Marinus, starting with the Sea of Death, the episode that was foretold at the end of the previous one with Marco Polo. But yeah, it is time to get into this. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 episodes per video and try to get these out more than just one a week. So we'll see how that works and see how it goes along. I hope you all enjoy this. And let's get right into the Sea of Death. Oh, it's a little tiny TARDIS. It's adorable.
Any radiation, Doctor? No, nothing to speak of. The count is hardly... No, not at the moment, child. However inviting that water looks, we don't know what sort of creatures might be lurking beneath the surface.
Like metal ones that look like torpedoes with faces. Go in the TARDIS. Go in the TARDIS. Don't search around. Hello.
See that track? She may have gone to have a look at that building. Yes, yes.
I love how Ian is still wearing the outfit from when they were in China. Susan was just like, no, change it back into something more comfortable. She screams.
Yes, it was Susan, come on.
We can mistake it for nothing else, but Susan screaming. It's very distinct.
Look, there's blood on it.
Wah wah. The Velvet Web. Bum bum ba da ba 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 bum ba da ba da. Ah, no, that's not what I clicked. Okay, so this first episode, the Sea of Death. Interesting. Definitely had some, at least for me, some funny moments, admittedly. I'm not gonna lie though, this character Arbitan, however it's pronounced, I mean, on the one hand, the concept of, you know, being able to eliminate all evil, it's very, it's a very good goal to reach for. However, this machine, if activated properly, eliminates basically free will. It eliminates the ability of people to think for themselves. It's like, yes, they are able to think good things, positive things, but in some ways, good and evil can be subjective. For instance, especially back centuries ago, well, and for some people these days, science was seen as evil from the perspective of religion. And again, some people still think that these days, but yeah, there's a lot of gray area there that concept can destroy. So, I mean, I'm not sad that this Arbitan guy is dead, but I'm interested to see what the Voord are actually like. Like, are they actually bad guys, or have they been essentially just trying to eliminate this mind control that has been put on them by the Marinus, or the machine of Marinus? So yeah, I'm interested to see what happens next in the Velvet Web, and see if we learn any more. And by the way, well, two things. First, when Arbitan and Ian were struggling with that one Voord, I find it strange that they didn't include any music, like no suspenseful music at all, especially during that struggle. The fact that it was just kind of pure silence minus like the struggling sounds, again, I know you have to kind of look at these old episodes from the perspective of like a stage play, but I feel like even in a stage play there would be like a sting of music, something to add to the like impact of what's going on, instead of just But then at the end, where Arbitan met his end, I'm sorry, but it's just absolutely hilarious. And I don't know who was off in their placement or what, but the Voord stabs him in the back, and he holds his chest. It kills me. It really does. But, okay, that aside, let's get going into the Velvet Web and continue this episode of Discovering Classic Doctor Who and delve further into the Keys of Marinus.
Need anything yet? Huh? Will you get some food for my friend?
How long has she been there?
Even if you're not serious about the laboratory, we're very grateful that I asked you.
Deadly serious.
Good night.
Okay, yeah, what's the frickin' catch?
Young man, yes, charming.
And again, how long has she been there? Hi. It's fake.
Here, drink this.
No, it's filthy.
Now you've broken it.
Barbara, what's got into you?
Why can't you see?
Oh, it's an
It's
illusion.
not hallucination, you know. It's one of the set.
But it's just a
Really are
dirty old
clumsy.
mug.
Seriously, you didn't look to your right.
She has seen the truth that is beyond our control. Find her and destroy her.
Are they slugs? Man, you guys' peripheral sucks.
You are to come with me.
It is our intelligence that has created this whole city.
Oh, their brains.
We need the help of the human body to feed us and to carry out our orders.
With the antennae.
Use your people to act as machines for you.
Much more than machines.
Oh, eyeballs.
The human body is the most flexible.
It may just be that you couldn't reach the key. It lies somewhere in the city of millennials.
Ah, yes, the place you
Millennials?
mentioned, the highly civilized society.
Indeed.
Now then, I've decided to adopt his plan.
What?
Go away! Go away!
The Screaming Jungle. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Wow. Okay. Well, everybody, Bella came to say hi. You say hi to everyone, Bella? Yes. Okay, so the Velvet Room. That was, oh no, there's a cat hair in my eye. That was an interesting one. Now this raises more questions for me than anything really. I do find it interesting that they ran across two of the couriers, well, one courier and then also what's his name's daughter in the first location. But it seems that I guess it does now make me question the Voord's purpose, like what they're trying to do, especially since this first location they went to very much focused on mind control, which is what the Marinus machine seems to do as well. It, again, like I said before, it does mind control. It eliminates all evil thoughts from people. So this was a different form of mind control, and I'm wondering whether the other locations will all have a similar theme. That they will all have mind control of some form. Now, if it's a screaming jungle, I don't know how that's going to work. Like, they just have this screaming effect that just kind of drive you into submission. I'm not sure at all. But I'm interested to find out more and what's going to happen in, what was the name of the episode again? Oh, The Screaming Jungle, obviously. So yeah, I'm interested to jump forward to that in the next episode, and yeah, this has been a heck of a ride, really. One thing that really stood out to me, that I like the way they did it, is when the Doctor is introduced to his full lab. I was confused at first as to why we were seeing the real world incarnation of that and not the illusion. And as I mentioned during the recording, first of all, it makes sense budget-wise for them to do it that way, but also it goes along with the logic of the episode in general, in that when Barbara sees the truth of everything, we see it from her perspective, which was really creepy perspective to begin with, but it's from that point on we don't really see things from the illusion side of it anymore, or the mind control side of it. There might be, like, during that exchange, unless I'm mistaken, there might have been like a little bit of where we still see things from like the Dr. Ian and Susan's perspective, but maybe not. But from that point forward, like Barbara, we have been exposed to the truth of the city, and therefore that part of our minds they cannot remove that knowledge. They can't remove the truth of it from our minds, and therefore that's why for the rest of the episode we see it as it truly is. Again, like I said, from a budget perspective, it makes total sense, but logically, from the lore perspective, from the way the episode is constructed, it makes a lot of sense, and I really appreciate the way they did that there. So yeah, very cleverly done, very cleverly done. So yeah, these two episodes, I really enjoyed them, and it's got me ready to check out the rest of the Keys of Marinus. And like I said, get right into the Screaming Jungle. And unfortunately I won't have time to record that next episode right now, but I will try and do so here in the next 2 days and get that next episode up and ready for you all, hopefully on Patreon before this episode is actually put out on YouTube. We'll have to wait and see how much time I have available. But everyone, thank you so much for being here for this episode of Discovering Classic Doctor Who. If you have anything you would like to say about what I've had to say, about your thoughts on these two episodes, I would love to hear them. Really look forward to seeing some of the conversation down in the comments. And until next time, everyone, I am Papa Kenn. I'll see you on the next episode.